Life is a cycle of birth and death. It's always about how we are born and procreated. There are many books written about procreation, but India has given to the world one of the most amazing annuals and manuals on procreation and how you can have the art of lovemaking to life making. This book is called Kama Sutra. Many people have understood the Kama Sutra as a book of poses, lustful and full of vigor of lovemaking. But the Kama Sutra is much, much more. Check out what the Kama Sutra actually means, and the Western world can sit down and listen to why the Indians extol the Kama Sutra as the true annals, the true book of the love of life and the life of love.
What is Kama Sutra? Kama Sutra, the very name is laden with exotic associations. However, in the land of its birth, India, which has given the greatest civilizations to the world, the notion of love was not confined to merely few positions, movements, and contortions of amorous behavior. The erotic gestures are actually nothing but the culmination of an entire series in which eyes, hands, perfumes, jewelry, poetry, music, and other expressions convey fine variations of feelings and all tonalities of desire. It is a tribute to magic of love and not lust alone, a practical guide and display of the art of seduction, a perfect introduction to the fairy tale and the fairyland of an ancient culture. Above all, it is a study in morality and a hymn of life. No wonder it is a part of the ancient, sacred, esoteric texts of India. The term Kama Sutra comes from an ancient Hindu textbook written in Sanskrit about erotic love called Kama Sutra. Very little is known about its author, Vatsyayana Mallanga. Other than his name, it was probably written sometime in the 3rd century. Contrary to popular belief, the Kama Sutra is not only a book about lovemaking and different sex positions. It covers other topics such as the art of living well, the nature of loving, finding a life partner, and taking care of your love life. The sexual concepts that most people associate with Kama Sutra became known in Western culture by the end of the 19th century with the adaptation of the Kama Sutra manual by a British explorer named Richard Francis Burton. While considered in retrospect a wildly inaccurate and misleading translation, the sexual positions described in Burton's version are what caught people's attention. That's one reason people think of the Kama Sutra as only as a book of exotic sexual positions. How did it work? The Kama Sutra was written in an abstract and vague form of Sanskrit, which has made it hard to accurately transfer it into English. It is made up of 1,250 verses that are split into 36 chapters. The overall book is separated into 7 different parts. Tattaka, the general principles. The book begins with an introduction and history of the 4 aims of Hindu life. It includes advice and philosophy on topics such as how to live an honorable life and how to acquire knowledge. Swarna Arambha, amorous advances in sexual union. Part 2 goes straight into the sexual content that many people associate with the Kama Sutra. These are detailed on 64 different types of sexual acts, everything from embracing kissing to more aggressive acts like grabbing and slapping. Gotaka Mukha, acquiring a wife. Part 3 focuses on the life of a bachelor and ways of courting women for marriage. They are mostly based on astrological compatibility and the benefits of marriage for the families involved in accordance with the social caste system in India. Gonordia, duties and privileges of the wife. Chapter 4 discusses the author's view on the traditional duties of the wife, cooking, cleaning, and catering to her husband. This section seems to be out of place with modern relationships and views about gender roles, but keeps in mind that it was written thousands of years ago in a different time and place. Gonikaputra, Friends and Family. Part 5 outlines roles of different genders in non sexual relationships. It teaches how to understand emotions, discusses way to deepen bonds between family and friends. Charayana, the courtesans. Part 6 explores a man's use of courtesans or the prostitutes to build confidence in his sexual abilities before pursuing a wife. It also gives advice on fixing past relationships with friends and lovers and how to become wealthy and what to look for in a committed partner. Kuchumara, Occult Practices. The book finishes with a section on sexual legends, myths, and practices. This includes personal grooming, use of perfumes and oils, and homeopathic remedies for sexual problems. Broad minded speakers like Seema Anand teach us the art of seduction in such a truthful and acceptable manner. She has the largest fan following and appreciation, with respect from communities for her opinions and research into the Kama Sutra as a journal. Her stories bring to life and creative, aesthetic parts of lovemaking like never before. Makes me a proud Indian while listening to this version of an epic born in my country. The Kama Sutra ushers us into an exotic society's bedroom and shows us a mirror in which we see reflections of ourselves. Stand up if you are guilty. Shut up if you cannot think beyond the sex in this book. If you like the content of this video, do like and subscribe to my channel Meet Meenamma. Don't forget to click the bell icon for regular updates. Also do comment and interact with Meenamma. I would love your opinions. Meenamma looks forward to meeting you again in the next video and episode. Till then, ladies and gentlemen, have a great life and make a difference. Oi, Meenamma. Oi, 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 Meenamma.